So I'm back with more controversy for Assassin's Creed Shadows, as the game has already gotten a day one patch due to issues from the Japanese government that actually got attention from the Japanese Prime Minister to issue a statement to them. Um, so, for those who don't know, during development of this game, Ubisoft has actually gotten a lot of criticism for various like historical inaccuracies, and I'm sure as the game is like released and people are playing it now, we're gonna find even more that have missed. But there's been plenty of statements about like certain characters or certain themes that aren't historically accurate. And in the past, the Ubisoft came back and said that this is not a historic game, but it's a historic inspired fantasy or something like that. Which, whatever, they can do what they want. But the Japanese government has actually like come forward with a statement about an issue in the game. Pretty much, as you're playing through the game, you can find various historic shrines and locations through the game, which, if you've ever played an Assassin's Creed game, is not new. It's actually one of the cooler things they do in the game by having these like things set up that are like historically accurate. Like, and in certain like events and stuff, you could go there IRL and find the location and find the shrine, statue, or whatever because it still exists. And that's probably one of the cooler things about the games is what they've done historically. But there was a statement from Japan's government and the Prime Minister saying, "I fear that allowing players to attack and destroy real-world locations of the game without permission could encourage similar behavior in real life. Shrine officials and local residents are also worried of this. Of course, freedom of expression must be respected, but acts that demean local culture should be avoided." And pretty much what they're referring to is that players can go into like shrines and stuff in the game and cause a lot of issues, right? They can destroy some of the stuff, attack some of the people in there. And to be fair, I haven't played the game, but in other games I've done this, right? We've all played Marvel Rivals, and you get bored in the pregame lobby, so you run around into like the various like jars and like benches and stuff, or shoot them, and they just shatter. And that's a common thing in games to do that. But apparently, doing this in a shrine is an issue. So the Prime Minister did respond, saying that defacing a shrine is out of the question. It is an insult to the nation itself. When the self-defense focuses were deployed in Samoa, Iraq, we ensured that the studied Islamic customs beforehand. Respecting the culture and religion of a country is fundamental, and we must make it clear that we will not simply accept acts that disregard them. Which Ubisoft has already made a day one patch notes. And there's a bunch of stuff in here that we don't really care about, but the probably more important things are the last two. Which I think the first one's a little bit funny. It says, citizens without weapons no longer bleed when attacked, reducing unintended blood spill in temples and shrines. Apparently there were some things where players would go into shrines, attack some of the unarmed people there, and there'd be blood all over the shrine, which caused some controversy. And then the second thing, which is probably more towards the point, says that tables and racks and temples and shrines are now indestructible. Some items like drums or bowls can still be broken, as they are generic ones present everywhere in the world. But tables are still dynamic objects, so players can move/push them. So I guess their solution to this is making sure you can't spill blood in temples and shrines, and to make sure you can't destroy the tables in there. Everything else, I guess, is okay. But I don't know. I think it's really funny that this game has had so much controversy through its development. It releases, and then there's still more controversy, to the point where it actually got Japan's Prime Minister to issue a statement. So the government did say they were considering what kind of actions to take against games and individuals doing this kind of thing, which kind of shows that they are serious about this. And the day one patch is probably Ubisoft's like real quick reaction, because they don't want to face any like legal actions or issues because of this. So they're trying to clean up the mess before anything is like seriously taken against them. But yeah, that's it. I thought this was just a really weird thing that I read in the patch notes. So if you have any more details, put a comment down below or something about it. Otherwise, just do the YouTube stuff. I'll see you. Bye.